YouTube? Shouts out to Dill. You probably already noticed I didn't mention him on another video. I had to make immediate response to that news that I just learned about Manny Pacquiao being the lineal champion at 147 pounds. This is before the Jesse Vargas fight, y'all. Hey, it's whatever, man. It's whatever. He was just coming off some kind of shoulder injury, wasn't he, before he was fighting like Timothy Bradley? So I don't know how you get a lineal championship belt or the title fighting Timothy Bradley for some interim belt. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know who's for that. I don't even know why they get, it's been since April. I think he fought Timothy Bradley in April. So maybe that's when they gave it to him or something like that. But I didn't see anything mentioning it. But anyway, long story short, man. Anyway, shout out to Dill. This is the reason why I make this video as far as like, the rankings at light heavyweight, what's the name? Go check out this video, man. If I remember, I'll leave a link up in the description below. It seemed like he got a little bit upset at Dan Raphael for ranking Adonis Stevenson number 1. And I was saying, and you know what? I can see why he said that, because Dan, he got on Dan Raphael, but I was like, yo, man, Adonis Stevenson, is the lineal heavyweight champion. You know what I'm saying? We gotta respect that. Gotta respect that. Cause what was funny, man, I was looking at BoxRec, and what's tripped out to me is that they got Adonis Superman Stevenson at rank number 3. You know what I'm saying? Adonis Superman Stevenson, man, he's got the WBC belt, the green belt, and he's the lineal champion. You know what I'm saying? He's the lineal champion. Now, as far as him, being ranked, as far as somebody making an argument why he shouldn't be ranked number 1, for one, they got a good argument. You know what I'm saying? Dill had mentioned that, as far as his last few opponents and stuff like that. Hey, even Dan Raphael even mentioned it, man. So I don't even think nobody got an argument with him there. Because Dan Raphael, if you read on the description below up on the ESPN, he was mentioning the same thing. He was mentioning his quality of opponents. And that's probably why BoxRec got him ranked number 3. Even though he's like the lineal champion, he's got the WBC belt, they put him on a clover lift because his quality of his opponents, the last few fights, whatnot. It was like, Thomas Williams and Fanfara and, Saki Ubika, stuff like that. He hasn't been fighting guys who won in the fight. Who won in the fight. He could have fought like Jean Pascal, and he could have fought, Kovalev. I guess he could have fought, Sergey Kovalev, but it didn't happen for whatever reason, man. But yeah, man, I was only saying that we gotta disrespect the lineal heavyweight champions and stuff like that, cause we all got some kind of sway or some kind of influence in the YTBC, and that's the last thing we want to do is sort of like overlook these lineal champions and stuff like that. We don't want to degrade that because, the lineal champions would be the man, you know what I'm saying? The man at the division. But with that being said, man, that whole Manny Pacquiao thing sort of just threw a curveball in that whole lineal championship. Why they do that, man? It makes you wonder now about past lineal champions, you know what I'm saying? It sort of makes you wonder now, because they just gave it to Pacquiao. Like, who else did they give it to? You know what I'm saying? Ain't like any of us can go back like 50, 70 years and be like, oh, man, they did that with so-and-so, Or if there is...
To this website when it comes to boxing.
Oh, my bad, man. And anyway, and if there is, this 90-year-old guy that probably has all his boxing here, so you probably ain't even on YouTube, But anyway, the reason why Andre Ward shouldn't be ranked number 1, You know why Andre Ward shouldn't be ranked number one, and I'm gonna get into it, man. This is the critical look. You know what I'm saying? This is like you know what I'm saying? This is like Chris Caban, boxing beats and rounds, and them. You know, the critical look. I ain't want to have to do this, but I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Remember I said Andre Ward is B-Hop 2.0. And you know what that means, man. B-Hop, you know what I'm saying? We talked about this. What was that, low place boxing or whatever like that? We talked about this, about how, there's always some kind of shenanigans behind B-Hop's win. Now, Andre Ward, a long time ago, man, he could have put this to rest a long time ago as far as him being number one at light heavyweight. And you know where I'm going, man. You know where I'm going. So, in honor of Reverend Wright, it's not God bless the Son of God. It's God damn the Son of God, Andre Ward. You know, God forgive me. You know, I don't mean, Son of God, the man upstairs, Jesus, something like that. I'm just talking about Andre Ward, you know. And, bless Andre Ward, I ain't trying to damn him or nothing like that. But, the chickens have come home to roost. Come on, man. He was on some shenanigans back in 2012. Who was the lineal champion back then, man? Who's the lineal champion September 8th? Who's the lineal champion at light heavyweight? Okay. Who's the lineal middleweight champion? Right? Who's the man? Who's the man at that time? At super middleweight. Right, Andre Ward. He was the man, right? Who was the dude that was the gold medalist at light heavyweight? Andre Ward, right? Why couldn't he have gone up and weight and fought Chad Dawson back in 2012? Why? 4 years ago, man. Why couldn't he have done that and fought for the light heavyweight championship? Not only fought for that, but fought for the number one spot, lineal champion. He would have been lineal champion at two division lineal champion at one time. I mean, nobody could have forced him to relinquish his belts or anything like that. Andre Ward was number one at super middleweight. If he had moved up in weight and fought for, the light heavyweight championship belt and had won, hell, he would have been another Floyd Mayweather. He would have held on to the 175 and 168 belts, right? Until you decided to relinquish him. Nobody was going to deny him that. You know what I'm saying? And if he would have done that, hell, he could have, from there on, he could have just walked away from the sport. He would have been one of the best, the greatest, Or he could have just dropped all the belts. He could have been the boogeyman for the next 4 years. He could have been another David Hay, the mercenary. You know what I'm saying? Picking and choosing when he wants to come back in or do like Floyd. I don't know if I'm going to come back or something like that. Hell, you know what I'm saying? He could have done that. But nah, he wanted to play a game with Chad Dawson, have this dude weight drain himself and whatnot. Because Chad Dawson was a bad boy, you know what I'm saying? Chad Dawson, despite what you think about it, he was a bad boy. And we saw what he did to B-Hop. B-Hop couldn't muscle him at all. Kept his range. One hell of a jab. That would have been tough for Andre Ward to get on the inside for a guy that's 175 pounds. Now, I think he could have won that fight because Chad Dawson supposed to have like some issues upstairs, so he would have won the mental battle. But no, he decided to beat a man who was weight drained, who gave up, who was tired. In the 10th, dude was burnt out, man. He was burnt out. He was weight drained. But we'll never know how he would have done against a 175-pound Chad Dawson, who would have had his lineal light heavyweight title on the line. Ain't that right? So in two, Andre Ward beats Adonis Superman Stevenson. Whether you love him or hate him, you know, you better love him because you hate him. You know, he can put that backhand on you. You know, he can put that pimp style on you, man. He can put that pretty Tony on you. You know. So anyway, man, it's the Adonis Superman Stevenson, man. He got, and then what really sucks is that, you know, he gets a point. You know, and what really sucks is that he wins by a point, and then he's got to do this immediate rematch. The HBO contract is pretty much up in the air, you know. But he's got to go into the Lions Den with Sergey Kovalev again, who might be smart enough to use his jab more the next time out. Okay? Might be smart enough to use his jab more the next time out. And then he has to go against Adonis Superman Stevenson. Older guy, more cagey. For some reason, he can't mess with that left hand. And so he's got to deal with the older, experienced fighter. And Adonis Superman Stevenson, one who has one-punch punching power. You know, he got a great eraser. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. Who should be ranked? Should we honor the lineal heavyweight champion? Should we just make him number one? You know, because that's what Dan Raphael did. And what's weird is how BoxRec got Manny Pacquiao at number one. They been had him at number one. And somehow he got the lineal heavyweight champion, but they're not honoring Adonis Superman Stevenson, which is odd to me. You know, and they putting Sergey Kovalev over him, man. So, all right, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, catch y'all later. Bye.